Aloha, my friends. It is so exciting to see you today. And this is KNL here with your uh, reading from Spirit. I have a card spread all laid out for you. So let's jump into it. As always, I start my readings with an overall energy card. Today, that card is coming from the Oracle of the Angels deck by Mario Duguay. And you can find that deck linked in the description of this video. So before I tuned in today, or as I was tuning in, I should say, I was getting a message from the angels that they wanted to show up and provide you with some extra love and support today. So that was the reason for my choosing the deck that I did. And this is the card that I pulled. The card is number 21, Opportunity. And so 21 in numerology breaks down to a three. Three is about community and collaboration. So, or possibly even growth. So that could be something significant for you. But if we just take a look at this card, I know it's difficult for you guys to probably see it here. Yeah, that's better. Um, Immediately, what I want to point out about this card, or what comes to my attention, are those flames in her hands. So that is telling me that this is going to be a reading around our personal power in some way. And definitely about alignment, right? So, that beam of light coming down into her crown chakra there really suggests alignment with the highest version of ourselves. And I would even say there's a kingdom up here, right? That's what that looks like. So it's almost like bringing heaven down to earth, the idea of bringing heaven down to earth. So I have a feeling that the rest of this message is going to revolve around how ways that we can bring heaven into our current circumstances, right? That heavenly energy, if you will. Um, and so let's just read the message in the guidebook just to see what the intention of that card was. It says, become aware of the opportunities you have, even in this very moment. Life abounds with endless possibilities. Sometimes all it takes is to open to them by staying focused on the present. Time spent regretting the past or worrying about the future only keeps you from seizing opportunities as they open up to you right now. And then the affirmation is doors to new possibilities are opening up to me in every moment. I let go of the past and surrender the future, turning my attention to the now so I can seize the opportunities on my path today. Okay, well, so it's interesting because I wouldn't have thought right off the bat that this would be about presence, right? So let me know in the comments if after seeing the card for the first time would have expected that. But I love what it's saying. It's absolutely true. When we are not focused on what's happening in the here and now, we're giving our power away, so to speak. And so if I bring this card back up, and we kind of take it within the context of the intuitive nudges I was getting around the card in the beginning, her personal power, like that's what I'm getting from the flames in her hands. Um, you know, uh, in essence, when we are in the future or the past, we're giving away some of if we imagine that fire as being our creative fire and our life force, um, you know, then we're giving away some of that. So that can be a really great visual way for you to kind of wrap your mind around what actually happens when we are staying in the present or in the future or the past, right? The flames that we're holding in our hands are dimming, right? Because um we're diluting that. We're diluting our energy. Our power in the present moment is being delegated to the past or the future. And so it's not as strong right now. So let's get into the rest of the reading. And as always, this card spread is my K&L Co. signature alignment spread. So we're going to walk through, um, you know, what we need to regulate, what we need to validate, what we need to witness, and some guidance for your next steps, and how we can integrate flow into our lives as a result of that, taking that next step. So, if you would love to have a personal reading from me, I'm also linking that link below. You can book a time with me for a personal reading for a limited time. I am offering a very low introductory rate. So if you've ever been curious about this sort of thing, the time has never been better to book a personal reading with me. So let's get into it. In the regulate position, we've got this eight of coins here. And so in the tarot, um, eights can symbolize movement or mastery, right? And obviously, like this card, well, maybe it's not so obvious, but to me it is. This guy is working on mastering a skill. Um, so, this card suggests repetitive tasks, right? Like he's not only working on this existing coin here, he is working on, there is the suggestion that he's already worked on all of the coins ahead of him, the ones that are moving up the tree, if you will. And so, in the regulate position, this is about what is grounding you right now, right? So maybe you are experiencing something in the realm of maybe your work, your career, whether that is a business service offering that you might be working on that is having you do something repetitive over and over again, your service delivery, right? Or whether that is, this could also be like a mom or a dad who's staying at home with the kids and, they're just doing the day-to-day grind. They're getting into the repetitive work of, raising up those kids to serve the world themselves, right? So, this is the kind of energy, some sort of repetitive task where you're working on mastery and getting better and better at that, is asking you to slow down and to breathe right now, uh, whether you see it or not, right? So, you know, there may be something happening under the surface that you're starting to feel, but maybe that you're not being aware of. So the Eight of Pentacles in this position is just asking you to observe. Okay. So let's go on to the next position in the reading for a little bit more clarity. So this is we pulled the 10 of coins. So another coins card. And I don't think I have mentioned yet that coins represent our physical reality, right? So they can point to finances, and a lot of times they do, but it more so points to like the manifestations in the world around us, what has actually come into our reality already, right? And so that can represent, there is abundance is more than just money, right? Like the abundance in our family relationships, the loved ones that we have around us, a roof over our head, um, a good job, good friends, like all of that stuff can be represented by pentacles. Anything in our physical world, any resources that we have around us. Um, but the 10 of Pentacles in this position also kind of points to legacy, right? Especially in combination with uh, this eight of coins here, where it's kind of pointing to, how we serve the world around us, right? Um, and so in the validate position, there's something that you're feeling that deserves to be honored here. And so I would say that that points to, legacy, right? So what part of you is asking to be seen without fixing it? So maybe you're being asked to just take a look at, um, the way that you are creating your legacy, right? Again, whether that be through some form of a business or service offering or your corporate job or whether that be through taking care of your family in some way or another. It doesn't even have to just be like a parental thing. It could also, maybe you're a caregiver for your family, right? That is part of your legacy. Um, and so, uh, the fact that you are in this situation deserves to be honored, right? So, I'm getting the sense that there is either like the tasks have become possibly mundane, right? Maybe you're getting bored of the day-to-day grind. Maybe the day-to-day grind in light of your role in providing for the community around you, whether that be your family or your job or your business, maybe that has been getting to you, and you're starting to maybe lose sight of the reason why you started in the first place, right? A lot of times, the Ten of Pentacles can point to uh, not appreciating what's around us. And so, because it's in the validate position, we want to just recognize that without trying to fix it, right? So, whatever you're feeling in this situation, just observe without trying to do anything, but while having compassion on yourself, right? Because in order for something to change, we need to feel things to heal things, right? And so, if we bypass them, then the feeling doesn't fully process, right? So let's get a little bit more clarity though as we move through the reading. So the next position is the witness position. And this is about what is actually happening beneath the surface. So this is going to give us a little bit more insight. And it's so interesting because the way that I'm holding this card is really causing this white this white hand is really standing out to me right now. And so what is actually happening beneath the surface? So that is telling me that God himself is literally trying to get your attention here. And so in light of uh the overall theme of this card. I'm getting that there is a call to slow down and recognize something. There's like some sort of a message coming through for you because the Ace of Wands, um, it represents the beginning of something. Something new is seeding into your life. There's like a spark of inspiration coming in for you right now. And by slowing down and becoming present, you're going to be able to pinpoint what exactly is happening. Why have you been feeling off when you do have so much abundance around you already, right? What is causing you to lose your focus on the present when you have so much to appreciate in the present, right? So also, this 10 of coins points to the fact that you have an abundance right now. So, from the outside looking in, somebody else would say it doesn't make sense that, you're feeling this way. You shouldn't feel this way. But um, again, we don't want to bypass our feelings because we all have feelings and all of our feelings are legitimate for one reason or another. And they can all have messages for us, which is exactly what this Ace of Wands card is pointing to. There is some sort of inspiration trying to come in right now. And by taking the guidance that this spread is providing for you, you're going to receive that guidance. Yeah, you're going to receive that guidance. Okay, cool. So the next position, which is the position of what is your most aligned next step, and That is, we've got the King of Cups here. Now, the King of Cups, now the Suit of Cups is around our heart space, right? This is our heart energy. This is where we connect to our heart. So, what is your most aligned next step in light of uh all the cards that have come before it? Well, number one, we already know Spirit is asking us to get present, right? No matter what that means, like for you, if you can take a moment to take a step back, maybe even if you are that busy parent who's working on the day to day with raising your children, can you just take a few minutes in the shower by yourself or even in the bathroom? Taking just a small amount of time with yourself is going to help you find just a little bit of presence in your day. And you're going to find that a little bit of presence goes a long way. Don't worry about how much time it is. Just try to get like something, right? Because when you do a little bit, it can grow from there, right? Maybe you only have 5 minutes to yourself in the beginning, but if you keep committing to making time for yourself, it will grow. You will find more ways that you can kind of creatively sneak it in. But let me talk to you about the King of Cups here. So the King of Cups is someone who has complete emotional mastery over himself. Not only has he gone through all of the challenges of the whole entire suit of cups, um, and gained the wisdom, but now he is able to overcome his emotions in a way that shows up on the outside, right? So he's gone through the challenge, he's gone through the growth, he's gone through the conflicts that led him up to this place where he's become a king. And he's stabilized himself. He's able to remain at an even keel, even when the waters around his throne may be getting a little bit choppy. He remains stable here on his, on that cinder block underneath his throne there, right? Like there's a really stable platform holding up his throne, and there's lots of watery emotions flowing around him, okay? And so yeah, so this guy, he knows how to manage himself from the inside out. And so he knows how to take a step back in the midst of chaos and take the time he needs for himself to ground and to come back to center, if you will. So that's your guidance. Your most aligned next step is to find some time to give to yourself, even if it might be small, because it can really help you return to your center. Um, just something else up really quickly as well. Again, I am feeling that this is you journeying through this reading. If you can't tell, there's kind of like an arc going on of experience here. But I am also getting there may be someone in your life who is a really great example of King of Cups behaviors. And so I'm getting that for some of you, there's a figure in your life who can inspire more of that for you. So look for mentors or just examples of other people, even if it's a celebrity that you're just seeing on social media or something like that. We can really learn from other people ways that we might like to show up in a more powerful way. All right, last card for you guys. This is in the integrate position. So what is going to shift if you follow Spirit's guidance today? Um, you move into this Ace of Cups energy, which is more new beginning energy, but it is like more and more heart space energy. But look at that, your cup is going to overflow. So whatever the issue was around this skill building mastery type of repetitive situation, that is going to be eliminated and you're going to experience more creativity, more compassion. Your relationships are going to be renewed and they're going to overflow. And you're going to move into a new cycle of abundance. So that's the message I have for you today. I am sending you so much love. Until next time.